The darkest web.
Hello, you maniacal minions. Nice of you to once again stumble into my web for a spell. Well, kiddies, the official countdown is in full swing. Summertime will soon be wrapping up, and autumn will be creeping on in. By the time you hear this, there'll be less than 90 days left until Halloween. So let's talk about all the cool stuff that's showing up in stores that you might want to snag in preparation of our high holiday. There is so much available out there, but here are some things that have caught my attention. Rather than me spelling out all the web addresses, just make sure you check the show notes for links to anything that might be of interest to you. Check out this year's offerings at Target. I like their animated LED skull plasma ball. They are selling it for $15, and it's basically a plasma ball inside a glass skull, sitting on a nice industrial-looking base with coils going to the skull. It'd be perfect for a mad laboratory. The animated crystal eyeball is kind of fun too, also for $15. It's motion-activated and features a lighted moving eyeball inside a crystal ball. Their animated DJ skeleton is pretty poorly executed, but I think it's worth taking a look at just for inspiration. Their version is a really cheap-looking skeleton guy wearing headphones and a terrible costume. He's animated in a really rickety, ineffective way. They want $99, but I'm positive that a resourceful haunter could make a super cool version that would be a fun addition to a party haunt. Cost Plus World Market has some fun vintage-inspired decor that might be of interest. Check out the 3 tabletop figures of the cat, skeleton, and pumpkin guy. They're dressed a bit like old-timey trick-or-treaters. The set of 3 is $30. They also have some napkins featuring Morticia Addams posing in all her gothy glory. They have another design with Morticia and Gomez dueling with one another. Their swords are locked and they have that randy look in their eyes. The napkins sell for $4.99 for a pack of 20. Grandin Road has a prop I really like. It's an animated, motion-triggered cracking mirror. It's an oval frame mirror that, when activated, triggers what looks like cracks to form across the face of the mirror, highlighted by lights and the sound of breaking glass. As is always the case with Grandin Road, it ain't cheap. It'll cost you about $129. Spirit Halloween is offering an animated Sam from Trick or Treat this year. He stands just over 4 feet and basically just kind of turns side to side and brandishes his lollipop while giggling. You can display him with either his burlap mask or with his creepy little shrivelly pumpkin head. They want $170 for him. They also have a terror dog from Ghostbusters that they're calling an animatronic, but it's actually a static prop with glowing eyes. It's only 60 inches long and 30 inches tall, which, if you ask me, seems pretty small for a terror dog. And they want an absolutely bonkers $500 for a static prop. They also have a prop that features 2 creepy clowns playing tug-of-war with a screaming toddler. I actually really enjoy this prop. It too has a $500 price tag. Another prop that's worth mentioning is their 3-foot Crouching Bones animatronic. It's a less impressive version of the beautiful Crouching Ghoul prop that several haunters have made and shared online. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely make sure to check out the YouTube video of the Crouching Ghoul from Beastcraft. The spirit version is $230, has green LED eyes, and makes some pretty ridiculous noises. Oriental Trading has a pretty cool life-size mermaid skeleton prop that is fully posable. She measures about 73 inches long and is $70. They also have a life-size 2-headed skeleton prop I really like. It's also posable and measures about 60 inches long. That one is $50. Michaels has started putting out their Halloween merch, and there are quite a few fun pieces to be found there. They have a lot of vintage-inspired pieces that give you the look without the high price of actual vintage and antique pieces. One of my favorites of these is the Wheel of Fortune sign. It's actually a game where you spin the center arrow to find out what your fortune will be. Some examples are "New love will come your way" and "A thrilling time is coming soon." My one complaint is that all the fortunes are super cheery and positive. It'd be cool if they added a few more ominous or mysterious fortunes, but I'm sure they'd get complaints from the overly sensitive types. The Wheel of Fortune goes for $18. They have several signs that are fortune teller, palmistry, tarot themed, and have a really nice vintage look. Those run between $10 and $30. Last year, I purchased a square picture on canvas of a spooky mansion with LED lights inside that illuminate the windows and the light posts. I love that thing, and I have it hanging all year round in my sewing room. Well, this year they have a different version that is a long, thin picture of a huge, scary house with a giant full moon behind it and a witch stalking around out front. The moon, the windows, and the witch's lantern and vase all light up. It also has the option to activate sound effects. That's priced at $35, and of course I bought one of those too. You can dig around on their poorly organized website, but I'd recommend going into a store and taking a look around in person. Big Lots has a little howling wolf that I kind of love. They call him the animated light and sound zombie wolf. He stands about 27 inches high and is made of plastic. It has a motion sensor, and when it's triggered, it tilts its head back and howls at the moon. They've got him priced at $60. My local Home Depot doesn't have any Halloween stuff out yet, but on their website there are a few things that piqued my interest. They have a set of 2 skeleton pirates, one of which is sitting on a wood-look keg holding a wine bottle, while the other is peering through a telescope. It says that a sensor activates the mouths to move and sounds to play, but doesn't have video, so I'm not sure what the two talk about. These guys will cost you $99. They also have a pirate ship. It's what appears to be the bow of a ship emerging from ground, sea level, I guess. There's a skeleton pirate at the wheel, and he's flying a Jolly Roger flag. It stands 116 inches tall at its highest point. The ship's wheel spins, and the pirate's eyes light up red. This huge fun piece will cost you $329. Now, I'm not a fan of inflatables, but this one is so cool. It's a sandworm from Beetlejuice. It stands about 9.5 feet tall, and its tongue moves. It's $179. And to go with your sandworm, they have an inflatable Beetlejuice tombstone that comes with a projector that has image mapping to display scenes within the shape of the stone. That runs $199. So, as everybody knows, Stranger Things 3 was released on Netflix on the 4th of July. I'm a big fan of the show and really enjoyed it. Maybe not as much as the first 2 seasons, but still. In fact, my birthday's in September, and I'm planning a Stranger Things themed birthday party for myself. Does that make me a childish 41-year-old? Yeah, maybe. But like most haunters, I dig what I dig, and I don't really care who thinks it's silly. You want to plan a Stranger Things themed party, or a haunt for that matter, check out some of the fun ideas I plan to utilize. You might want to follow my Pinterest board dedicated to planning this party. I've included the link in the show notes and will also post it in the Hauntcast Facebook group. Or you can look me up on Pinterest under Morbid Mariah. Some of the highlighted projects include the alphabet wall, Christmas string lights, an old rotary phone with blackened handset, missing posters featuring Will and Barb, and a large sprawling crayon map of Hawkins to tape to the walls. Stranger Things themed plates, napkins, and table covers are available at Target.com, and of course we'll have a waffle bar with all the fixins. Also, it's going to be a costume party. Come as your favorite character. I'm in the process of putting together a female version of Dustin for myself. If you're interested in making costumes and props that replicate those from movies or TV, then you might want to join the RPF forum. This is a wonderful resource for connecting with established, skilled costume creators and has proven very valuable to me while researching the costume pieces that I'll need. Side note, while you're looking at my Stranger Things Pinterest board, you might want to check out all my other pins. I have over 50 boards and over 10,000 pins, and the vast majority are of specific interest to haunters. Remember that show I mentioned a while back, The Curious Creations of Christine McConnell? Well, sadly, it won't be getting a second season. But she does have a very cool YouTube channel with a monthly video series called From the Mind of Christine McConnell. Each month, she'll post videos covering a whole host of different creative endeavors. You've got to see what she's done with an old sofa. The transformation is really astonishing. She's also got a Patreon going to help fund her projects, and Patreon subscribers will have access to exclusive content. I would also recommend following her on Instagram to see all the spooky, fun, crafty things she's up to. And finally, she's got a book out called Deceptive Desserts, A Lady's Guide to Baking Bad. While I have no plans to attempt any of her intricate and gorgeous baking projects, it's still a really fun book. You can find it on Amazon for $29. Do a Google search for Joshua Hoffine. That's Hoffine. He's a horror photographer whose work I'm sure you've seen from time to time, as he's been working since 2003 and been featured in many magazines and internet articles, and was hired by Busch Gardens for their Howl O Scream event. His work focuses a lot on childhood terror and uses specially constructed environments, special effects makeup, and intricate props, all photographed in vivid color with sharp detail. It's not super dark, shadowy stuff. It's bright, detailed, high-definition horror. In 2018, a hardbound collection of his work was published that spans 13 years and has behind-the-scenes photos and artist commentary. The book is titled simply Joshua Hoffine Horror Photography. You can find it on Amazon for $50 or on the Dark Regions Press website for $60. Follow Joshua Hoffine on Instagram and Twitter, check out his website, joshuahoffine.com, and take a look at how he sets up each shoot in a cool behind-the-scenes blog at joshuahoffine.wordpress.com. And with that, my sweet creeps, I'm going to wrap it up. Time is short until the night of nights, so no more procrastinating. Get to building, get to shopping, and get excited, because Halloween is swiftly approaching. Excuse me while I retreat back into the shadows. I've got some eerie errands to attend to here in the darkest web.
I'm going now. Heaven help you.
Please like and follow the podcast. Stalk us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Links in the description. And help us by sharing Hauntcast with all your haunted Halloween brethren. Until next time, stay scary.